Hey, Chad here, and I just want to answer a question that I received, so hopefully this will be beneficial to you. The question is simply, how can I charge more without losing clients? How can I charge more without losing clients? So this is pretty simple, actually. My suggestion is to actually double your prices. Now, if you double your prices, you will most likely lose some clients. But even if you lost half your clients, you would still make the same amount of money, but be able to work half the time. Okay? So working half the time, double your revenue, double your income by doubling your rates. But that will cause you most likely to lose some clients. So this question is, how can I charge more without losing clients? Okay, so let's assume that you're not going to actually double your rates. Let me discuss value-based pricing real quick. Another question I received was, what's the best way to transition from hourly rates to value-based pricing? So what's the best way to transition? Okay, so I'm going to tackle both of these questions at the same time. The best way to transition from hourly rates to value-based pricing is you have to understand what it is that your clients are after. You have to actually be in their shoes and understand what's their end result. What is it they actually want? It's not they want a new logo. It's not they want a new website. It's not they want this new headshot. Like, whatever service that you provide and the end results you typically give the client, they think that thing is going to solve their other problem they have, but they're not telling you what the other problem is. Okay? And the only way you can figure that out is by having conversations with your client and determine what is it that they're wanting to get out of this engagement. In their mind, they're like, oh, I have this problem. Therefore, the solution to my problem is a new website. Therefore, hey, web designer, make me a website. Or I have this problem, but in order to actually solve this problem, I need a better headshot in my social media profiles. So, hey, photographer, give me, take a headshot, right? In order to actually charge more, you have to know what their initial problem was. What is it that they're actually solving? And it could be, when you find that out, it's like, oh, what you want is, you contacted me because I can create this website for you. But what you really want is more people walking in through your front door. And while this website will give you a more professional appearance and better for you, it is not going to immediately bring people into your door. Okay? So let me suggest these other solutions that I have that can actually help bring people into your door, whether it's some marketing suggestions, or even if it's not stuff that you do, you can then suggest that they work with someone else to give them their result. And then they're going to really love and trust you for that and come back to you when they do need the website, if that's all you actually do. I would suggest partnering with somebody else, bring that lead to another company. But the whole point is, don't just deliver something because someone asked you to do it. Don't just create the website. Don't just create the logo. Don't just do a photo shoot to give them their headshot. And whatever else that you're actually doing with your service-based business or as a freelancer. Obviously, I'm just using these three examples, but apply it to your business. By just simply providing your service, your commodity. How much does it cost for me to get a headshot from any of these photographers? How much does it cost to get me a brochure site spun up on a web page somewhere? Right? It's a commodity thing. I can price shop and I can get what I need. Okay. How much will it cost to get this logo created? Anything, whatever it is. I can price shop that, and it's all commodity based. I can go on Fiverr and pay $5 and get something done. Okay. And usually it's not quite $5, but the point is, really, really cheap. And as I've said many times before, there's no advantage to being the second cheapest. So if you're going to do something, there's no advantage being the second cheapest. There's plenty of advantages being the most expensive. It all comes back to knowing what it is that your client is actually after. Once you know what they're after, you can then position yourself to actually solve their problem. Not just solve it in a way that they're expecting with the solution, the services that you provided, but truly get clients in their door, or whatever it is that they're after. Based off of that, you can determine, okay, what's this going to do for you? It's going to keep you in business. It's going to add in, a bunch of dollars to your bottom line. Like whatever it is, this original problem that they have, they're trying to solve. Figure out the value of that problem. That's how you can actually then start charging based off the value instead of the price. So let's say you're able to get a website launched and $500 or less is actually your cost to do so. Okay, and so maybe you can charge them $1,000. So you think, okay, well that's fine. It's 100% profit there. But what if you can charge them $10,000 for it, or even $50,000 for it? Because their actual root problem is a much higher value, and the way you're actually going to create this website isn't just an off-the-shelf package now. It's actually to really tackle their specific issue they're wanting to be tackled, right? By understanding the value that you can provide, you can actually charge more. So that's how you transition from hourly rates to value-based pricing. You have to have these conversations. When somebody says, hey, I need a website, how much is it going to be a website? Or I need a headshot, how much is it for me to do a headshot? Or I need this logo created, how much is that? Understand why they're doing the rebranding. Understand why they want the headshot. Understand why they're trying to create a website for the first time or revamp their website or whatever it is. Understanding the why and go deep on that why without being annoying will actually let you have insight into what they're really after. And knowing what they're really after lets you actually create the result that they're after versus them just prescribing the solution that they want. Hey, build me this. Hey, design me that. Hey, take this picture. It's like, let me understand better what you're actually after, because maybe what you have in your mind isn't the way, as a professional, I would go about solving that problem. I don't think you need a headshot. Or in addition to a headshot, I think you actually need a headshot, and you'll need some stuff for the family, because how you're doing your business, it'd be really good if they understood that you're a big, family person or whatever the case is, right? So all of a sudden you can add in additional value to them, give them the results they're actually after, when they just had in their mind, oh, I just need a headshot. Okay? So that transition happens by understanding more. So let's get back to the first question. How can I charge more without losing clients? Well, I would focus on additional new clients and doing this value-based pricing in that way. Okay? Now, if you have a bunch of existing clients and you want to raise your prices, a way you can do that is say, hey, on such and such a date, I know we just passed the new year, but a great time to do this is the end of the year. So, hey, come the first part of 2026, our rates are going to go up by X amount. Okay? So you can actually pre-order whatever our solution is by December 15th, December 31st, or whatever. And again, you can actually do this any time of the year, so it kind of people halfway expect it towards the first year anyway. But you can simply say, hey, come quarter two, come April of 2025, for me to do a website, it's going to go up by this much. For me to do updates, for me to do whatever, for me to do photo shoots, whatever it is, the price is now going to be X. So you can actually pre-order or buy this thing in advance so that you can get the current rates, right? And so that can actually bring a bunch of cash into your business today and set you up for, if they don't take you up on that offer, they also know that, well, next time around, it's going to be that. And if you have any sort of continuity program, some sort of retainer or some other type of monthly billing, then you can do the same thing. Just simply on such and such a date in the future, the monthly rate goes from X to Y. Now, depending on how aggressive it is, you may potentially still lose a client here and there. Most likely you won't. It's all about providing as much value, because what people really remember is the last thing that you did for them. So think about the questions that your clients had, the things they needed done. Provide some of that benefit, even if they haven't actually paid for something, because that's going to be the last thing in their mind. And then when you raise your price, they'll stick around. Versus if you haven't done anything with this client for the last 3 years, and they feel like they've been paying you month after month for no real good reason, and then you say you're going to up their monthly charge by even 10%, it might make them wonder why they even are using you in the first place, right? So this will only work if you actually have a good relationship and you are providing value. But assuming you are, you can actually jack your prices up quite a lot. And for the most part, people are not going to leave just because they know, like, and trust you already. And if you've been recently providing value, that's what's going to cause them to stay. So it's kind of a couple different strategies. One is if you have existing clients, you're trying to, have them pay higher prices, versus others that you're going to attract new clients. And for the new clients, and actually for all of them, go into value-based pricing if you've not already done that. That's the key. And having straight-up discovery calls with your existing clients can be a fantastic way to do this, to get that conversation started. Hey, just doing a checkup here. Notice you bought this service from me in the past, or I did this thing for you in the past. Just curious if you want to update it. Recently, I went to go see a lawyer, did estate planning stuff. It had been a decade or more since I'd actually updated things, and so they reached out and said, hey, it's been a while, do you have anything you want to update? And so I did. I went and updated and paid a lot more for this session than I did the one 10 years ago. Well, of course, inflation has something to do with that, but a big part of it is the fact that they've raised their prices, right? But I'm already a client, I'm already in there. I already know, like, and trust them, therefore I'm going to continue to use them even though the prices went up, right? So hopefully that is beneficial, and that's how I go about charging more and have charged more to my clients, and that's definitely what I recommend you do. So if you found this video helpful, then chances are you'll like this next video that YouTube is recommending. So go ahead and check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.